Doja Cat has been on fire since she emerged into the mainstream, but her rise to fame hasn't been the most traditional or controversy-free. Hot Pink Doja Cat is a much more refined version of Doja before mainstream attention caught up to her. In 2012, she released her debut single So High, which is a psychedelic slow burner. It's very catchy and a promising single. It wouldn't be until 2014 that the song was released commercially, after Doja signed to Kamasabi and RCA Records. Following the viral attention So High received, she released her first ever body of work, an EP titled Purr. This EP was primarily homemade and featured a lot of material and beats that she had found on the internet. The EP stayed on brand with her psychedelic and R&B fusion. After the release of Purr, Doja vanished. She still uploaded songs to SoundCloud every now and then, but never commercially released anything for 4 years, until 2018, when she reintroduced herself as a brighter and more conceived artist with Amala. Doja described the album as a compilation that helped show off her versatility as an artist, and it was certainly a step up from Purr. However, it didn't gain much attention outside of her small and loyal fanbase. It received no critical commentary or attention from publications.
Yeah, I put that out, and then it wasn't grabbing a lot of people, and I'm personally not even crazy about that album.
Wow.
But it's the first album I ever put out, and I feel like I didn't understand what it was like to put out an album, and I wasn't fully in my bag, so I felt like it just kind of...
It doesn't represent you all the way.
It's like not me entirely.
Right.
It's not an evolved version of me.
Nowadays, Doja's current success has created a snowball effect for the album, meaning a lot of the songs have been revisited and become popular in their own right. A lot of the songs experiencing a boost from going viral. Songs like Go to Town and Candy are now certified gold for selling over 500,000 copies. That is a big feat to achieve for an album that didn't initially even chart. It wouldn't be until she released Mood, the playful and viral track, that she would gain popular acknowledgement and people began to seek interest in her as an artist. After Mood, she proved that she was more than just a meme, and led on with a string of well-received songs that would become moderate hits in their own right, such as Juicy, Tia Tamera alongside Rico Nasty, and Bottom Girl, which leads us to Hot Pink, her official breakthrough record, filled with playful and colorful tracks that showcases a lot of personality and versatility. The mega hit from this album is obviously Say So. It arrived at the perfect time, and it was no surprise that it went viral. It is an instantaneously catchy song. At this point in time, everything appeared to be heading up for Doja. Say So eventually went number 1, and then everything began to tumble down a little, when what I like to call Chatroom Gate happened. There were tons of allegations of Doja Cat being racist, expressing self-hatred, and downing her black heritage. Meanwhile, while these allegations came out, there was no substantial proof of people doing what they said she did. It's no secret that Doja Cat is a weird girl. We all know that, she knows that, but people pushed the narrative that she was in chat rooms with white supremacists. There was proof that she was in chat rooms, and she's acknowledged being in chat rooms, but there was no proof that she was rubbing shoulders with white supremacists. But nonetheless, it put a stain on her image. In the age of cancel culture, people love controversy, whether we admit it or not. And I do feel like this drama in particular wasn't really analyzed by people. They just went with what they heard or variations of what they've seen. Because if you genuinely looked into this controversy, you would understand that there is no proof of what was alleged being true. And it's kind of sad but expected that there are many people that have been anti-black with proof that people bypassed or didn't hold to the same standard that they did Doja. Now, people have every right to not support Doja if they don't want to. Maybe being in chat rooms was enough confirmation for you, but there was no proof that she was rubbing shoulders with white supremacists. And I just want to make that particular aspect very clear. Also, I'm not saying I have enjoyed some of these people's music. However, they have had anti-black and color statements and actions that have never been addressed, from Lil Wayne to Kodak Black to Roddy Ricch and more. Sure, there was a conversation brewing about their anti-black or colorist actions, but you didn't see anyone coming full force and unanimously trying to cancel either of those people like they did Doja Cat. I do think there is a bit of a double standard there, and I said the same thing about Iggy Azalea. Feel how you want to feel about Iggy musically. I think she's had some nice songs here and there in her prime. She's not my favorite, but she certainly has some decent hits in her heyday. People accused her of putting on a fake accent and mocking black culture. Meanwhile, it took 6ix9ine, a non-black man who literally just makes a clown and complete mockery out of black culture from the beginning of his career, even outside of music, being an alleged snitch for hip-hop and people to unanimously cancel him. And the same could be said for Lil Pump. It took him dissing some legendary rappers and a Trump endorsement for people to finally say, okay, this is enough. But Iggy Azalea was ripped to shreds almost instantaneously for her diving into hip-hop. And I'm not saying she didn't play a role into it, but I'm just highlighting the double standards. It just goes to show a lot of people are very selective with who they allow to be deemed acceptable. The Doja controversy did put a strain on her relationship with some of her listeners, and for a minute it looked like she wasn't going to come back from it. Say So had already taken over the charts, but Like That was supposed to be her next huge single. It's a perfect summer song. But the music video leaked and it also coincided with the Chatroom controversy, which I do believe led to it not being as big as it should have been. After that song, she did features alongside B. Brexa, the City Girls, and Ozuna, cementing her crossover power. She also performed Say So a million times. Although the performances were great performances, I got so sick of Say So, which is why I'm so glad one of her sleeper hits, Streets, has taken off. It's safe to say Doja Cat is not going anywhere anytime soon. Streets was actually released in 2019, along with her Hot Pink album, and then she released a Vivo Lift music video for it in early 2020. So it's taken a while for it to actually become popular, and the success of this song actually reminds me of Lizzo's Truth Hurts, which didn't take off until 2 years after it was released. Streets has gone viral on TikTok, and viral on the internet in general. It is one of her most loved tracks and has gone top 25 on the charts, and is predicted to continuously rise, with the help of the Silhouette Challenge, and I will say this song is a good one. It's a moody, slow R&B jam where Doja delivers some emotional rap verses, and I must say the Hot Pink album has had a pretty good run, especially in showcasing her versatility within the singles. Bottom Girl is a pop rock punk track, Say So's a disco and funk track, Rules is R&B, and Cyber Sex is a nice blend of pop and rap. Doja also recently had a top 5 song with Ariana Grande and Megan Thee Stallion on the 3-4 plus 3-5 remix. Doja definitely has staying power, and I'm interested to see where she takes it next. Her third album is complete. According to MTV News, it features a lot of different genres and sounds, spanning Afrobeat, dancehall, funk, and house. It's very similar to Hot Pink in the sense that each of the songs do have their own kind of personality, she told the publication. It's not going to be perfectly consistent. I've never been that way.